surely a problem area, not in Telangana, but it is surely a problem area overall. But you see, problems are people basically what happens to the farmers are farmers they don't have an intention not to pay. They want to pay, but they may not have the money to pay. So the situation is slightly different there. So if there, I presume, this is my personal reading, this year IMD has given a view that there will be very good rain this year. Our all area of operation, they are mostly rain fed. If there is a good rain this year, there will be a very good crop this year. By around October, November this year, I think our agricultural problem will get sorted out because of this rain and the crop which will come. Two things are there. One is that there is not much of demand of corporate credit because, as you know, new projects are not much coming in the overall country now because of the demand, excess demand being available in most of the sectors. Not new projects are coming in. So as a result, the new request of the big loans are not very much. That is one reason. Second thing, what has happened is because of the quite high stress in the larger portfolio, there is generally the banks are not very bullish. No bank is very bullish in financing new projects as such. So one is there is no new project. Second is that the bullishness at every level has subsided. So to increase our top line, to increase our business, we are focusing more on the retail and the SMEs, the small scale sectors. And that has paid a lot of dividend in the last 2 years. We have been trying to change this focus and it has paid a lot of dividend. And there are a lot of demand and brand equity of State Bank of Hyderabad in our main area of operation. And the excellent service which we give, we found there are a lot of interest in our other products, retail loan products. So it is picking up. So we feel that there, there is no concentration risk. So we feel that we can, pursue that particular line now.
Sir, what is the network expansion plans for the current year? And also second thing, how many companies have gone into SDR phase, sir?
Oh, these are two different things. One is that our expansion last year was around 122 branches. We planned for 125. So this year also, as of now, we are planning around 125 branches to increase. So maybe at the end of the year, we will have the similar number of growth of around 120 or so growth during this year also. The SDR, there are quite a few of the companies. I think we have got around 6 companies in SDR. 6 companies in SDR. See, the company, suppose it is not doing well for various reasons. And in many cases, companies do not well. One of the reasons is the promoter also has made losses and all that. They may not have sufficient money to bring it. So bank puts it on SDR. So the part of the loan is get converted to the share. Bank becomes the owner of the share of this particular block, all banks together. Then they look for a buyer in the same line of activity who can take over this company, bring some money to this company, run it profitably. And when they run it profitably, these shares are taken over by the new company. And this company comes up a good company over a period of time. Earlier, in the CDR model, the companies used to be restructured with the same company continuing. Now what has been found in many companies, if the debt level of the company is not sustainable because of their value of their output, then there is a need for reducing their debt level. If you reduce the debt level of a company, it is not ethical to continue the same management. So it is, whenever the debt level is reduced, we also look for the change in the management, which is for which RBI has given the new ammunition called the SDR, wherein you can convert the debt to the equity and then sell this equity to a new company very easily and in a transparent manner. Most of the SDRs which have taken place we are involved in it. There the existing promoters are also interested in transferring the share to a new buyer. If we can get a new buyer, then it is easy because they also understood that they are having a large liability which they will not be able to cater. Instead of holding on to that, they want to get rid of their liabilities and transferring it to a new buyer. So we are not writing off a very large amount. We are only transferring the share to somebody who is better, who is more capable in the same activity, can bring in money and make this account viable. And once these units become viable, our full debt along with the interest also are to be paid by them. So there is not much of waiver involved. It depends on the case to case. Anywhere, first of all, that it always does not come down because there are companies where because of the SDR declaring the SDR, the share prices have gone up because the people, ordinary shareholders, they are also bullish that this company has got a better future because if there is a buyer. One. Second thing is, what happens is when you transfer it, because it is transferred, the share prices starts picking up. We have got actual case of companies when the SDR was thought of, whatever was the rate of their share, public shareholding or public rate, the market rate. Today, after 3-4 months from the date of that date, the share has increased by around 15%. Share price have increased by 15% only because of the good expectation that the share price will go up. So it is not that we convert and the share value falls. It is not exactly correct. Ultimately, at the end of the day, bank is interested in recovering its full dues. And if there is any waiver is to be given, it should be based on the reasonableness of that waiver and future compens. That is, if that company on all waivers, there is a clause that when this company does well, maybe after 3, 4, 5 years or so, the bank gets back the money which it has written off. Third quarter, that is December quarter, we said that whatever is the requirement of the AQR, 100% we have provided in December. That is a fact. In March, what happened? We have got no provision towards that AQR provision requirement. What I said is that the accounts which are in the AQR of other banks also are getting NPA with other banks. Suppose there is an account which is AQR with A bank or B bank or C bank, but not with us. We cannot provide. There may be large number of accounts. So because they are AQR of some other bank, they might have become NPA with us. What has become NPA with us, we have provided the entire NPA requirement of RBI requirement this quarter. Plus, to be on the prudent, to be prudent, we have provided around 350 crore more than what is required for the purpose of in this way of delinquency. There is large companies are becoming NPA. Going forward, if there is a pressure on NPAs, to avoid that, we have provided more this quarter, so that going forward, we will have a less buffer. Had we not provided this full AQR in last quarter, this quarter we would have a hit of the AQR difference, new NPAs and the going forward one. You are able to get every quarter we are creating a buffer, whatever name you call, whether it is AQR provision, whether it is additional stress provision, whatever, we are creating a buffer for the stress of the next 1 or 2 quarters. So that next 1 or 2 quarters, we will not, if suppose next quarter we don't have any new stress, our profit will be very good. But we can't tell you, we can't give you an opinion that next quarters there will be stress or there will not be any stress. It depends on the economy. But our reading is that next 2 quarters also stress will continue. At what rate I do not know, but it will continue. Actually, that is being discussed in all newspapers and Reserve Bank and everybody. There are 5 industries which are in stress. They are basically iron and steel, textile, infrastructure, construction, and power. This has been disclosed by everybody, all banks. So it is more or less same in case of all banks. For us, the stress is more in iron and steel and textile compared to others, and infrastructure compared to others. Whatever is published in the newspaper, that is also there. Whatever is the detailed SAV format, that is also there. Every detail is available there. Over and above that, this presentation and the press release which we have given.